All right, now the quotient rule is when we have dividing. So just think the opposite of the product rule. If the product rule, we add the exponents, the quotient rule, we're going to then subtract the exponents. So on this one, if we have x to the a divided by x to the b, to get our answer, it's going to be x to the a minus b, whatever this number minus that other number. So let's look at a couple examples. We'll start out with the one which is numbers. Negative 2 raised to the 20 divided by negative 2 raised to the 5th is going to be negative 2 raised to the 20 minus 5. And 20 minus 5 is 15, so our answer is just negative 2 to the 15th. X to the 12th divided by x to the 3rd is just going to be x to the 12 minus 3. 12 minus 3 is 9, so that's just x to the 9th. Now, here we'll do this one next. 28 divided by 4. If you have coefficients, start with those. 28 divided by 4 is still 7. And now move to your m's. M to the 5th divided by m to the 3rd, so minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2, so that's going to be 7m to the 2nd. R squared divided by r squared is going to be r to the 2nd minus to the 2nd. S squared divided by s to the 3rd to be s to the 2 minus 3. Now this one, 2 minus 2 is 0, right? So it's r to the 0. And s to the 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. Well, we know this one from our 0 exponent rule. That's just going to be 1, right? And 1 times anything is just the other number, so this cancels. And then s to the negative 1 is just going to be 1 over s. You always want to write your answer with a positive exponent. So if you get a negative exponent, flip it to the bottom of the fraction. If you need to put in that 1 so you remember it's to the 1, you can put it in. The last rule we're going to get is the power rule. Now, in the power rule, this is when you're raising an exponent to an exponent. What you're going to have to do here is you will multiply the exponents. This only happens when you have an exponent being raised to another exponent. So you're going to have x to the a times b, whatever those are when they multiply. So 7 squared times 7 raised to the 9th power is going to be the same as 7 to the 2nd times 9. 2 times 9 is 18, so it's going to be 7 to the 18th. W to the 4 raised to the 3rd power, so we're multiplying 4 times 3, which is w to the 12th. And this time, we have a coefficient. Do that part first. Negative 4 raised to the 2nd power is positive 16. Now, we've got r to the 3rd raised to the 2nd, so r to the 3 times 2, s to the 7th raised to the 2nd, which would be s to the 7 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, so that's 16 r to the 6th. 7 times 2 is 14, so it's s to the 14. Now, let's just go over the assignment, so hopefully you do fine on it. Here is the assignment. So it says practice rules with exponents. Simplify each expression using a law of exponents and leave your answer in exponential form. So I don't want any numerical answers unless it comes out to r to a number to the 0, which will just be a 1. I want to leave your answer in exponential form. So for example, on this one, n squared times n to the 5th. So this is, since they're just multiplying, we're going to add the exponents. So n to the 2nd plus n to the 5, 2 plus 5. So the answer is n to the 7th. I want all of your answers to look something like that. When you have divide, same thing. R to the 4th divided by R to the 3rd, so R to the 4 minus 3, which would just give me r to the 1. And down here with your exponent to an exponent, x to the 6th times 5, or sorry, 2 to the 4th times 3 is going to be 2 to the 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, so 2 to the 12. I'm not going to make you actually multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 until you multiply it 12 times. This answer is fine. All right? So all of your answers, make sure they finish out like this. If you have 2 or 3 exponents, just make sure to only combine like terms. And there are 28 problems. Do the whole assignment. I'll decide which ones I'm grading based on your effort and participation. All right? Good luck on your assignment, guys.